So I really love that there's like a specific pathway that you have that you will dive into the details whenever we are doing our course live with the students and the participants. But I'm curious, like time wise, how much time you estimate you gotta put in daily? I mean, because at the end of the day, we all have a lot of obligations on our plate, and whether that's having a 9 to 5 and a side gig, or maybe running a business, having a family, or other sort of obligations that we need to tend. All the steps that you mentioned sound like a lot of work. So, okay, John, how much time realistically one needs to see results, to see the difference, to attract opportunities?
So during my first year of doing it, I was working full time and I was spending about 30 minutes a day on LinkedIn. That was split between me writing content. Maybe that's a bit unfair as I have a little bit of experience of writing in the past, so I wasn't totally starting from scratch. But not much. I'm a software engineer. I like code, not prose. And then after writing my content, I was then focusing on engaging with the people commenting. So I estimate this was about an average of half an hour. But in the early days, that went heavily towards creating content. And then as I understood how to work the system better, more commenting. And I found that the thing with commenting is you can't comment on everything, you can't engage with everything. So instead, I look for dead spots in that day. Turn up to a meeting 5 minutes early, and I'm waiting for everyone else. I can't get back into any work. So pop the phone out, quick couple of comments, turn up for a meeting on time and no one else is there. Comment or two while I'm waiting. So make use of those dead spots during my day. And then it's not much of a burden on top of what you're normally doing.
I love this idea of like using almost like stolen moments, right? That you would normally just pull up your phone and maybe scroll and get into the doom of the social media vortex, right? And just get completely sucked into it. And now you're saying, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to switch that micro little habit and move away from the doom scrolling into commenting and interacting and building those connections, having meaningful conversations in the comments. So I really like that. When I coach people, a lot of the time, whenever we're trying to change certain behaviors, we talk about habit stacking too, which makes it easier to create new behaviors on top of existing ones, right? So here, I really like how you paired going to a meeting a little early, which was a habit of yours, with using that 2 to 7 minutes for doing something that you cared about doing, right? The commenting. So that's pretty awesome. Really good little hack for becoming more efficient. And thinking that it's just 30 minutes, like I can see how I got time for that in my day, or I can make time for that because it's just 30 minutes. So it sounds doable.
Yeah, drop one episode of whatever your favourite show on Netflix is, and you can find 30 minutes in your day quite easily.
Exactly.